Hey y'all, Tamara here, and I know a lot of you have to work from home right now and it's freaking weird. But I've been doing it for years, so I thought I would share some tips with you so that if not to make it fun, but at least to make it not terrible. Carol Brown and I do a podcast called AuthorTube News. I'll have a link of that in the description. We just did one and we gave a few tips on how to mitigate working at home. And I thought that I would make a separate video giving some more of my tips. I hope that this is helpful, and let's get started. One thing that I would suggest, just from jump, try not to change the time that you start your day. I would suggest not changing it up too much because in your mind, this is what you do for your work day. When you're starting your day to go to the office or wherever you normally work from, what do you normally do? Do those same things. You don't have to change your routine. So let's say that you wake up, you take a shower, you choose your outfit, perhaps you put on some makeup, maybe you eat breakfast in the morning or you have a smoothie, you pack a lunch, you get together all your materials for your day, you're out the door. Do that same thing. Granted, you might not want to wear a formal 3-piece suit to sit in front of your computer. If you're going to be having to do a lot of teleconferencing, then you could do, business up top, pajama bottoms on the bottom. Next tip, have your workspace, your designated work area. I would suggest not doing this in your bed. Just because, you're not used to doing this. This is a definite change up from how you normally work. And that bed is comfortable, y'all. It's comfortable and it's tempting. You're gonna want to go back to sleep. Take out that temptation. Have a designated area. I would suggest if you don't have a desk at home and if you have maybe a dining room table, to use that instead of doing it at the couch or in the bed or somewhere that's very comfortable where maybe there's more distractions. Try to downplay the distractions, right? Next step, let people know that this is your work time and that you can't really be bothered. A lot of us are having our spouses are home, our children, we have pets. So you have to try to mitigate all of the distractions. If at all possible, if you're able to, go into an office in your home and close the door, that would be wonderful, but maybe that's not something you can do. So if there's any way that you can get them to recognize that, hey, this is work mode right here. Leave me alone. I'll be available in an hour or something. And you can check in with everyone and then go back to what you need to do. And that in itself is an adjustment. Big adjustment. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. Do you have a to-do list? I live for to-do lists. I would suggest creating a to-do list so you know what you need to do during the day and making something that is actionable and also feasible. Sometimes I'll stock up my to-do list and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so many things I need to do. There's always more work to be done and there's only so many hours in the day. Make a feasible to-do list that can actually be tackled within that time slot of your work day. One thing that really helps me during my day is doing the writing sprints. I know. I always talk about the writing sprints, but it's only because it helps. When I do mine at 2 p.m. Eastern in my time zone, it's 8 a.m. So it's like, that's the beginning of my day. That's why oftentimes I'm so sleepy. And then once my coffee kicks in by like midstream, I'm actually conscious. I find that doing these writing sprints really makes a difference. There's a link in the description for our regular writing sprints. And I might have the link for extra sprints for the week, for this month, or while the virus is taking over our lives. So if I have that, it'll be in the description as well, clearly marked just for you. Another thing that I do with a lot of my friends who are writers and who are home often is we will have video conferences that we don't stream, and we chat, we work together, we do sprints sometimes, but it's a way for you to be involved in your workday and to not necessarily be alone and bored. Kind of like working with coworkers. It feels like it. And then you're able to bounce ideas off of each other. We're able to think of collaborations if we want to. And we're still able to get our work done, which is key. Other tips. Morning gym person? Find a YouTube workout. Like to go outside for meditation? Create a serene space indoors. Make your bed so you don't want to crawl back into it. Take a lunch break. Give yourself a designated time to take care of some household tasks, but limit that time. Those are my tips. I hope these were helpful. Again, my name is Tamara Woods, and I'm a cozy mystery author, and this is my place where I talk about books and writing, and I try to share some helpful tips and tricks for you. And let me know in the comments, what are your tips for working from home? Did you know that I have a Patreon? Over there on my Patreon, I try to share videos early. I share my good news. I share covers early. I'll be giving my patrons my books early before everyone else will get them, and just little things here and there. I send postcards. I have an idea for sending a couple other things that would just be little trinkets that are Patreon exclusive. So if you'd like to join my cozy community like these folks right here, then there's a link in the description. And I would like to thank my patrons. Y'all are the best. You warm the cockles of my cold heart. So thanks again for being here, for watching. Click like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share because, I don't know, it's really cool. And I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm not almost there. Like I'm still a ways away from it. But it's like, I feel like it's a thing that could actually happen, which is, it's pretty dope. Because I've been doing this for quite some time, so it's like, yay, people are here and they're watching and they're subscribing, and I appreciate that. So thank you for being here. All right, I'm done blathering on. I have a tuna casserole to dig into. So be safe, practice social distancing, watch those lovely little hands, and I'll see you next time. Bye.